the last episode, we were talking with Biniam about his art and his medium and different things he does in terms of the Eritrean culture. And today, we're going to continue on that conversation and enjoy. Any example that, as an inspiration, something you heard from the people who interacted with your work? Is there any example you can share with us?
I can say a lot of people because a lot of people call me for what I have
Nice.
done. Especially people from Europe, they call me about my art. They talk to me about my art, and then they get inspired, and then they want to do even like what I do. What instruments do I use to do these things? Every day,
That's right.
they call me and then try it. So I can't say this and that, but in music wise, there are a lot of people, even in US, they call me and they try to share with me all the movements now in North America. I have made a lot posters. I have made a lot of designs for them. Now I can't mention this and that in that.
I see, but so it's too much. So it's too much, and it's very hard to pick one. I can understand that.
So every time I get a call for them to make something, Even I make posters for the film posters, and then some people want background music. So I can't mention a single name that.
I know, I understand. This is the diverse things that you involve yourself.
Yeah.
So your generation is really touched by the work you do because all these people are in different fields and they need your assistance. In terms of the specific techniques you use in your art, is there anything you can tell us? Or can we see something that you were drawing and painting or something?
Now,
like that?
when as I told you before, that when you see something, you feel it, you see it in a different way than the other people they see it. Now the techniques that I use mostly I learn from YouTube. YouTube is a very good teacher for me. So I got to YouTube. There are a lot of things that I have to learn from there. So for my art, I use different techniques, of course. How to play on colors, The colors are the main thing that people are attracted, So you have to know the colors. You have to know how to brush them in a digital art. I mean, it is very hard to, for example, a brush in a canvas. There is a feeling when you paint it, right? But in a computer, it is hard to get it. But you put all your effort to get it.
That's okay.
Now the techniques that I use, as I told you, I learn more from YouTube. YouTube is a very good teacher for me. I get a lot of ideas from there, and then I related that ideas with the experience that I have. So the techniques are, I can mention like photo manipulation, oil color painting in a digital art, and then the watercolor painting. A lot of techniques I use in there. I try to make the digital in order the people to see it. Like if it is watercolor, there is a virtual water in the software. So I use that technique in order to get the feeling,
I see.
In order the people to get the idea. Or some people might have the interest in watercolor, so you have to get the the part of the watercolor they want to see,
I see.
Oil painting like that, and then photo manipulation. A lot of techniques I use in that. You can see the.
I saw it. I saw it when you were doing those things, and that's why I raised that question, because most of us ordinary people think that art is only canvas and brush, right?
Right.
And but the transition to that using the technique, the softwares and all the technology out there is permanent now. It's part of the day-to-day
You're right.
things you can use as a tool.
You're right.
It's how you use it, and like you mentioned it also, you can learn a lot of things. Even when
Yes.
you are the pro, you can learn something from somebody on YouTube because you cannot cover everything.
You're right.
You
Yes.
cannot cover everything. Knowledge is like an ocean, right?
Yes. Yes.
And it's a very good tool out there for a lot of us who wanted to learn things. And yeah, sometimes I do the same thing. I want to fix something. I just go on YouTube and
Further.
try to
Yeah.
see how to put something together. And
Yes.
it doesn't require you to be a pro in it,
Yeah.
but
Now, this the main challenge even we have is that
Mhm.
people to share idea with you. For example,
Exactly,
uh,
exactly. We're going to take a short break and we'll continue the conversation after the commercial. We're back from commercial and we'll continue talking to Mr. Bida.
people from my country
Mhm.
to talk and then to draft some ideas. I don't get around, right? So the
That's
only thing I have to do is I have to go to YouTube. If there
that's right.
if there were people around me, it would be good for me to share and to
Yeah.
develop the idea we have. Then we can develop stronger idea from many
Mhm.
people. And then, but now we don't have anything. The only thing we have is the YouTube. We refer to YouTube, and then we put the idea into our area, and then we make something for the people.
That's right. Especially given the pandemic we have now.
Mm.
I mean, you have very little choice to get together with friends and go
You're
out
right.
and
You're right.
mingle with people, have a conversation,
You're right.
things like that. So it's a good way of enhancing. I mean, you have that professional skill there, but still, like I said, there's something there you can fine tune or see all other dimensions, and yeah, it's out there. Uh, it's how you use it is a question. You
Right.
can become an expert in anything by following this
Yeah.
all these things that are in the internet,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
a lot of people might be able to learn from you that they can learn things also.
You're
Sometimes you
right.
might not need
You're right.
uh, a person to be physically with you to teach you something. And I think also you teach music. Am
Yeah.
I wrong?
You're right. You're right. You're
Yeah, tell me about it.
right.
Mm.
Actually, yeah. As I told you, many people call me. There are some instrumental music that I made on YouTube and Facebook.
Hmm.
So many people call me if I can do some music theory on YouTube so that they learn from there.
That's
So
right.
if yeah, uh, then because of the time I couldn't do it. But when the pandemic came,
Hmm.
and then we had a shutdown for 2 months, then I do the music lesson, two parts. Yeah, how to start music, how to read music, how to read the notations and stuff. So yeah, I got a good feedback from the people.
There we go. See, yeah, when you're passing the skill to other people, you have
You're
the,
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
you have the education from the professional who passed away, your teacher
you're right.
recently,
You're right.
and you become the same inspiration for other younger
Yes,
kids. Who knows how
you're
many
right.
kids would follow on that? Whether
The
it's
lesson is in Tigrinya,
hmm
focuses on the people that speak Tigrinya.
exactly.
But there are a lot of people who wants to study music, to learn music. But I think it is expensive if you go to the music stores or schools.
Music schools, yeah. Yeah.
So what they do is they get the instrument, they try to play, and many of them do not uh, get how to start. They don't understand how to start. They just bought the instrument and then they don't do anything. So you have to help them how to start. If somebody gets the idea how to start, it is easy to go faster.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's
Same.
why that what inspired me to do that. And then the people who called me.
Yeah, the same story. I have a keyboard for my son, but it's sitting in the basement.
You're right.
Same story. So that's why I was impressed that when you were giving these lessons in Tigrinya,
Yeah.
because when the kid wants to learn and maybe dad or mom is with him, they can
Mm.
understand too. Oh,
Yes.
he means this, he means that, right?
Yeah.
As opposed when you give it in English, maybe for the
Yeah.
parent or mom or dad, it could be a little bit foreign in terms of the music language, right?
Yes.
But what he did, giving those tutorials in Tigrinya, is very, very helpful for the Eritrean
Yeah.
families.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most
yeah,
of the people who follow these things are in Europe.
that's right. Yeah,
Trying, yeah, to learn.
that's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe few kids will pick that stuff, and that's what it is.
Yeah. And then I have idea also to continue when I get a time. Actually, I don't have time now. I work 7 days, so that's the problem.
Yeah, I don't know how you manage this. It's
Mm.
back to the time. You give tutorials, your music, your photography, and art, and you got work. Yeah. Maybe you have to take some time away from your sleep in order to do that,
You're
right?
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. I had a lot problem with that.
Mm,
You don't sleep well, so you don't work well at work.
exactly.
So yeah, but it happens. It is possible when you need it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. When you have a good why, you can deal with anyhow.
You're
That's the
right.
thing because you know the reason for why you're doing that. You're meant for that, and you deal with anything that
Yeah.
comes along the way. Let's have a short break, and then we'll continue talking to Mr. Biniam. We're back from the commercial. We'll continue talking to Mr. Bina. He wanted to share with our audience in terms of checking your art, you know, Facebook, website, things like that.
Yeah, everything is there. I already shared the
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and then I have a lot idea also now to be shared with the people. Uh, Now what I want to do is even there is a lot galleries. These are galleries, I guess. Even though
Mm-hmm.
now I don't have ideas, I want to share my art through that. Is it a platform or through that galleries also? So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I am intending to do now.
Yeah.
If
So this is something work
question,
in progress. You're working on it, right?
yes, yes, I'm doing that now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So in the immediate future, we might be seeing something along those lines, right?
You're right. Yeah, you're right. I think there are a lot of people who search arts through the websites. So if I do our culture in there,
Mm-hmm.
will help us some people to know where that one is, where that art is belong to, like that, so that you are trying to expand the culture you have to many people. That's what I'm intending.
Yeah.
If I get some people who can help me, right? Yeah, you can't do everything by yourself. So the problem
Correct.
is, we had association, we would have done everything that the other people can do. But now we are trying to work individually, right? So that's why it takes time. So if I will able to do this one, yeah, I'm gonna share.
You're gonna share it with the wider world.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're
with the wider world. That's we're hoping to see that, and I understand. Although when we say Eritrean culture in Eritrea, there are so many ethnic groups and so many
groups.
linguistic groups, and yeah, I mean, you display that fairly from every culture. When I
Yeah.
see your art. Was this due to being exposed to their culture? You were traveling around Eritrea, or how does that come?
Yeah, Eritrea is a small country.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the government policies that we have. I mean, now there is summertime, nobody stays at home, right? So
Mm-hmm.
time we go to different places for plantation, for helping people or something. So you learn every culture on the way.
I see.
Every Eritrean young person knows Eritrea from north
North to south,
to
east to
west.
west. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is easy to understand the culture of Eritrea. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows every part of the country,
Yeah.
almost every part of the country.
Yeah.
Leave alone the culture only. Everyone knows the food, what type of dressing they dress on, what type, everything. So it is easy to sketch the cultural things in art or to reflect the Eritrean culture in art because you know that you are part of that. You don't need to go and research for the things because you're
Exactly. Yeah, that's what
so
I wanted to see because that's what I felt, and that's what I wanted to get from you because you immersed yourself. You must have immersed yourself into the culture of
yes, yes,
different
yes,
ethnic
yeah,
groups,
yeah,
different linguistic groups,
yeah,
to be able to produce those kinds of art, which I have watched.
yeah,
And yeah, from that immersive experience, you have that in-depth understanding and portray it in a way that is
yes,
a true representative of what you are trying to show.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I wanted to know because it's not based on some research or I
No,
mean,
no. You
mm,
wouldn't get it. The, the I what can I say? The main thing in the culture, if you are trying to research on the.
yeah,
But it is easy to do it when you are part of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
The refined nuances of the culture could only be
Mm.
mm, garden by being there, by
Yes, you're
immersing
right.
yourself.
You're
And
right.
I
You're
could
right.
see in your work that you did that fairly well, and you displayed
You,
the
yeah,
different cultures
yeah,
in your work, which is very
yeah.
interesting. We're going to take a short break, and we'll continue the conversation after the commercial. Any other future plans?
Yeah, there is a lot planned for the future.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
I like
through
that.
music and then through the art. As I told you, I'm trying to find out galleries who can help him in that
Hmm.
to make exhibition on that.
Yeah.
This is one part of the art. We have to make exhibition so that we can make association with our people.
Hmm.
Uh, that's one part of the plan. And then in music wise, I have a lot to do with instrumental music,
I see. Yeah.
to study some music also. I have to study and then I have to make it also, right?
I see. I
Uh,
see.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I want to study going to university and then study that I was studying in Asmara University. A lot plan.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Future.
Yeah,
Yeah. Now,
that's
if I get some people to share with me in music, in arts, it would be easy.
mhm.
I'm trying to find some people who can share with me.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh, any experience in terms of in the art, in the painting, with having a gallery with other African artists? For example, Africa produces a lot of art, but it
yeah.
is like in pockets. You're
Yes.
from Eritrea, you have your own. Somebody is from Sudan, somebody is from Nigeria,
Yeah.
somebody is from Ethiopia. If there is a way that you all artists can come together and have
Yeah.
the overall African culture to be displayed to the wider world, maybe some resources could be a little bit easier to get, because it's a big project to have this thing, unfold. Any idea along those lines?
To work with the other people like Nigerians or
Or Sudanese or
yes, yes,
Ethiopian or
yes,
Ugandan?
yes,
For
yes.
example, you are in Uganda.
I understand. Now,
Mhm.
when I came to Uganda, I learned a lot. Sharing with the other culture can enrich you in your ideas also.
Exactly.
Work
Yeah.
with them music wise. I try to work, but in painting, I didn't work with any Ugandan. But music wise, I did a lot,
There we go. Yeah.
also a lot.
Yeah. It,
Now, when I came here, as you said, yeah, I would like to introduce myself with different people from Africa, even from here. Uh, but it is very hard to get people because of
time.
work, time, yeah, yeah, everything.
Yeah. Time.
And the first thing you need to do is, the first thing you want to meet is your brother, right?
That's
So
right.
if I get people from my back home, will be good also with them to go to the other society also.
That's right. I see your point, because firstly, consolidate what you have within your own culture, the culture that is your own and you're comfortable, and then
Yes.
through intercultural communication, you relate it with other culture, and
You're
then when
right.
you go
Yeah.
out from your culture, also you start appreciating it and appreciating other people's thing. And yeah, I know it's a long haul, it's a hard work, but like you said, it's something that's in the plans, which is comforting.
Yeah.
eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is comforting. And yeah, I mean, there is so much you can do at a given time. eh? And as the time progresses, also maybe different opportunities would come and pop along the way. And who knows, it might be in a shorter time horizon than
Hopefully, yeah.
what we're thinking.
Hopefully.
Any more ideas you wanted to share with our audience?
Yeah. Yeah. The idea we already talked. That's what I
Yeah, what
only
matters.
shared it. But
Yeah.
I want to thank you for you guys for helping me to introduce myself with your audience. That's what I can say.
This is the second episode covering Mr. Biniam Tecle, an Eritrean artist, and I hope you enjoyed what Biniam has to tell us in the last two episodes. And until we see you with another program, enjoy.